All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask everybody please rise and face the American flag. Gentlemen, please remove your headwear. We'll play our national anthem.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for action here tonight at the Forest Lake Tries. Thank you for joining me. I'm Dustin Nybloom, brought to you by Lakes Area Television. As we prepare for action tonight, we're going to be seeing a try meet at Forest Lake High School, going down between the Forest Lake Rangers, the Stillwater Ponies, and the Bemidji team, which has yet to arrive. They have appeared to be having some sort of bus trouble and will be arriving at a later time. Hopefully they'll make it here, though. We'd love to see that action and really have ourselves a great triangular as we get set up for the action here tonight. On the Rangers mat, we're going to be seeing the varsity action as Stillwater and Forest Lake are going to be going down. And on the far black and green mat, the JV team will be in action. And to start the first match here, we've got Jeremiah Vanacker versus Dylan Duffenbach, as Forest Lake gets an early takedown right there. We're getting good action, good pace right out the gates from our senior Jeremiah Vanacker there. Really not letting him do much from that bottom position as he continues to work the wrist lock there. He's going to try to switch over to perhaps some sort of ride there. I'm not sure, but as you might have noticed, I'm flying solo for the moment. My co-announcer here today, Brad, he just actually got off a plane. I'm not sure where he's coming from, but he had a bit of a delay there, and he'll be joining me here soon, or hopefully rather than later, so that way I'm not putting in all this work by myself. But nonetheless, I am ready, willing, and able to put this to action and see what I can do here. As, we're back on our feet there, and they run off the mat. Looks like we got early blood time there for Jeremiah. I might have gotten smacked in the nose. And, we're heading to the blood time. That'll give the Stillwater man, Dylan Duffenbach, some extra rest time. And you don't want to see that. You want to wear him down. And, hopefully we can get this taken care of fast. I remember back in my day I had a pretty nasty bloody nose one time. And it actually ended up costing me a match because I went over blood time. So hopefully we don't see that here. I think that our Forest Lake coaches, looks like we've got Joe Kuncher down there joined with Tim Cardinal, and I think that is Chris Blasco helping him get doctored up and fixed up down there. So on the far side, though, we do have the JV match going on, and it appears to be, I think that's 4-1 in favor of Stillwater down on that far side. So I guess we'll call that match instead for now, as that match would be, I believe that's Parker Leiden versus Wyatt Hayden down there on the far end. Can't really work much from the bottom there. He didn't get a quick escape. And all right, we're back at the varsity side. Quick shot there by Forest Lake. Not able to get it, but he's able to block that shot. Wizard there and not give him the easy to go round. Now he's working from the top, busting him down to the ground, trying to work behind, get that arm out of the way, and collect us 2 more points, put us up. There we go. Now we're up 4-1 in this first period here. Hopefully we keep riding them out and are able to get ourselves some 6 points, team points, if we can pin them here. But looks like Dylan Duffenbach definitely has some good defensive skills. I don't think it's going to be that easy to get 6 out of this. As to mention, I mean, I believe at the moment Forest Lake is ranked 4th in the state, and I think Stillwater might be 2nd or 1st. They're a pretty talented team. And later on in the evening, we're actually going to be seeing at the 145 weight class, a guy named Keeler Carlson. And to note that name, he actually went to Forest Lake for, I think he just switched over last year, and he wrestled for us here. He was a pretty good wrestler, and I mean, I knew him pretty well from my days on the wrestling team. We became pretty good buddies, him, and his brother, and nonetheless, that's going to be pretty exciting to see him back in action here in Forest Lake. I haven't gotten to see him wrestle in 3 years, so that should be a great match. Once we get to that at 145, hey, hard to root against him because he is a former teammate, but he's no longer a Forest Lake man, so you can't root against Forest Lake Rangers. You can't count them out. As we get back to the action here, Forest Lake was trying to escape that from the down position. Starting the second period, we chose down, and we're not able to do that. We almost got out, and they collected the leg for a single leg takedown back to the mat. Now he is riding us from the top, that Dylan Duffenbach man, who I believe, he's a 9th grader, so he's a young man. Definitely probably going to develop out of that weight class as he gets older, but Jeremiah Van Acker is actually a senior, so he's, I believe at least it's Jeremiah Van Acker. I could be wrong on that, but pretty sure it's Jeremiah down there, and he is a senior, so that's a very light weight class for a senior. Usually you see guys develop out of that, and we're back to the blood time. He's having some troubles out there keeping that blood in his nose, and wonder if they decided against putting the plug in there. They didn't put the plug in, and the blood continues to pour. Back down on the JV side, it's 1-7 here in the third period, going down to 1:30 here. And looks like Stillwater, the wrestler there, would be Wyatt Hayden, is just in complete domination of that match. And hopefully Parker Leiden, the 8th grader, young boy over there, can put it together and find a way to battle out of this and put something together here. At least I would believe that is Parker Leiden and Wyatt Hayden at least down there. But they might be doing different weight classes, I'm not sure, so we'll see what happens with that. Nonetheless, we've still got the blood time running on this side of the mat, and just a blood bath down there. It's tough to keep that blood in the nose, I guess. Put the plug in, and okay. We are now back in action here with the blood being contained for now, at least. Hopefully we can stay that way and get through this match clean. He almost got out of that from the bottom position, but the single leg was just too strong from there, and he did the leg pull down there from the top position and kept that control. He didn't allow him to escape or get the reversal here. He's close, but he's just not in a good position. He's still got that knee underneath the body there. Not a whole lot going on in that position. He's just not able to get out. He's not able to gain position into a offensive hold, and he's back down on the mat. And the blood continues to pour here. It's non-stop. I'm not sure what happened to him to start this. I mean, it is a little dry in here tonight. I'm not sure if that was the issue, but you hate to see this. It's prolonging the match. I mean, I suppose that gives Bemidji, who has still yet to arrive, we haven't seen their team pull into the stadium yet, so this gives them a little bit extra time to perhaps show up and get it together. I mean, they might not have a whole lot of time to get into preparation mode. And speaking of that later match, I believe that the next match to take place would actually be Stillwater versus Bemidji. So it wouldn't even be us up next there. It'd be, yeah, Stillwater versus Bemidji. So, and here we are back in action. We are finally able to get an escape. Third time's the charm on that bloody nose, and he finally, maybe he's putting it together and ready to keep the escape going. As it looks like he's going to take him back down to the floor, and there's 2 for us. I can't see the score from this position. It's an unfortunate thing. I would love to see what our score is. I believe it is, if I had to, 6-2. I think it's 6-2. Not sure. Just can't quite get the view on it. I'll have to have somebody send me the score or something here. Give me an update, because can't quite pull a view of that scoreboard from here. But as we enter the third period, we'd love to see Jeremiah Vanacker here get his pin for our team, or at least, come out of here with a major, or, if you got to settle, you got to settle for the 3 team points and just get the minor decision. But you definitely don't want to lose these early points. You want to, set it up early and pull out ahead. So we'll see what happens here as he's working from the top, not in a good position. It's 7-2 and make it 9-2 in favor of Forest Lake now. 9-2 here as we keep working him. I believe he's going to cut him and make him work off the mat. Surprised that it's a 9-2 match. It's been really tightly contested and not a whole lot of mistakes from either men so far. It's really just has to do more with getting off the mat and getting that escape point, working down to a 2-point takedown, which he went for the shot. Jeremiah Vanacker went there. Oh! He flipped him straight to his back, and he was able to flatten out back to his stomach. That could have been a great position for us, as, Dylan Duffenbach really put himself in a bad spot there. We could have had the back points. I believe that puts us up 11-2 now, and that puts us up 9. That would be a major decision. 14 points, so we got to keep. Put the hip in and tried to roll him straight over to his back, but he just didn't quite have the position to hold him. Too much momentum there. They roll back to the top position, and now he's busting him down, and maybe he's going to work. Got the fingers, grabbing fingers there. Just holding on right now, and he's looking a little tired. That nose plug probably isn't allowing as good a airways down there. That's always tough when you got to work with a plug in like that. You ain't got quite as open of the airway, so he's just holding on here, trying to grind out the match. I believe there it is. Forest Lake able to get the victory there. Nonetheless, that's a great win. A lot of high-intensity, high-drama action there from Jeremiah Vanacker getting the win there. As we move on to the 113 weight class, we're going to get Jacob Aho, a 9th grader, taking on Sam Bethke, also a 9th grader. 2 9th graders taking action here at the varsity level. Gotta love to see that young, up-and-coming talent. That's through this season. That'd be 4 more years for them to develop and really become some of the best talent in the state. So there we go with the takedown. Jacob Aho really working it there. Got a nice takedown. Now he's going to start to work. Oh, going for the butcher and ball and chain at the same time. Almost got him to the back. Played some good defense there. That butcher's in deep, but he's got a good defensive position. Really stringing him out there. If he can get those legs or turn him over there, he's going. There he goes. But he's able to fight off the back. He got 2, and he went to the stomach so he could continue to work the back points. But now he's got the chicken wing in there deep. Kind of looked almost a little bit dangerous there. The ref was warning him. Yeah, that was not a good spot to be in. He's got the arms way up in the back. He's in a good defensive position right there, Sam Bethke is. He's fighting this back position, and eventually you're going to have to give it up. That's got to be painful. He's working that arm really good there, and there's 45 seconds left here in the first, and it appears that Jake Aho really has the advantage here. He's going to drag him. Ooh, he's got that up and under the neck. That's going to limit his breathing airway, and he's got a mouthpiece, and Sam Bethke's going to be in a tough spot getting out of this first period here. He's just not quite over there. Now he's starting to work the back points. He's so close. He's tilting, but he's not quite there. You got to work something. Oh, he's getting the legs over. Gets a back point. Maybe. No, not enough time there. hook the head with the leg there maybe, and he'd be able to work something, but he's just lost the hand position there. But it appears that Jake Aho has really worn him out. He's looking a little gas here in the early going, and hopefully he can continue to work this as it looks like the first period is going to come to an end here. Jake Aho has been in some real great control. He worked the butcher what seemed to be that entire period off a great takedown. Sam Bethke is going to decline here, and Jake Aho's going to choose down. He chose down there. Going to probably go for the quick escape, try to get the 2-point takedown, and just keep working on his offense that's worked so far here. Oh, my goodness, just too easy there. He gets him straight up and over, and he's got the leg hooked and everything. He's got a nice head cradle in there. He's just got to string him out. He's hanging the leg in the air, not quite able. You can tell that Jake Aho is a little bit young in his career. He's doing some dangerous stuff here. He can tell he's got the advantage. So deep half Nelson. There's the pin. There we go with the 6 points for the team. Puts us up. I believe that would be now 10-0 on Stillwater. Very nice in the early going here. Moving on to the 120 weight class, we've got Alex Lofgren, a 10th grader, coming out to face Matt Hogue. Oh, nope. Caden Christensen is swapping in. And third in the state, they say Matt Hogue. So this could be a great chance for Caden Christensen, usually a JV wrestler, to come out and do something for the team here. Not sure why they made that swap. Maybe they wanted to give Caden Christensen a chance here, or I'm not sure. Maybe he won the wrestle-off in the wrestle-offs this week. I'm not sure, but he's working his hardest to not give up the 2. They're right on the edge of the mat. Really defending that leg, trying not to end. Gave him 2 as he came off the edge there. Tough break for him. Going back to the center, and Matt Hogue with a takedown. Now we're going to circle back up, and Caden Christensen's going to work from the bottom and try to get out. There he goes. He gets set. Caution on red there. Must have started early there. You don't want to see that because that'll cost us eventually. Back-to-back cautions on Stillwater there. I believe one more would cost him a point. So hopefully he can give us a point there with one more mistake. Caden's not going to give up easily. He's definitely a fighter. He might not, have the most experience or talent on the team at this point. He's a junior and hasn't had a lot of varsity time at this point. And he's wrestling Matt Hogue, the 5th ranked wrestler in the state. That's a tough matchup nonetheless. And hopefully we can, avoid the pin. Fight out of the pin and just, give him a good fight. Make him work for these team points rather than giving it up easy. And I don't think Caden's the type of wrestler to just go to his back and give up. He's going to give it everything he's got. As you can see here, he is getting the cross face with the leg extension, just trying to fight off the back. Really tough spot there to be in. You're getting that arm across the neck, and not easy to breathe when you're getting that going on. As I believe that was 3 back points there, and that would put him up 6-0 here in the early going. Second period working. Matt Hogue checks the clock to see if he can't get some more back points here. You don't want to. He just called the back points 3 there. That was a long pause in between. Nonetheless, he's got that half Nelson in deep. Caden's face is in a grimace, just pain there, and there's the pin. Dang it. That's a tough break there for Caden, but man, you got to give him the heart there. He was cinched in deep on that half Nelson. And now as we move into what would be 126, that doesn't look like a Derek Cardinal to me. That's who's slated at 126. I believe that would be Andrew Lemire getting a bump here, as he's going to be facing what I would believe to be
126 pounds for Stillwater, Ben Giovanni. For Florida State,
Dan Van Acker is in at 126 tonight. And I wonder why they did the swap. That means that Derek's going to go 132, and he's wrestling a man by the name of Ben Colagiovanni. Dan Van Acker and Ben Colagiovanni there. He got a quick takedown to back, as I believe that would put him up 2-0 here in the early going of the first period. But you got to believe Dan's not going to give up that easily. He's going to fight it. He's got Ben Colagiovanni's got the deep leg hook in there, and he's trying to scoop that arm out of there and probably work toward the cross face or something of that nature. It's just in there so deep, and that leg is straight. It's got to be a pain. Spladle he's working. I think he's working a spladle. That's not a fun move to be in, I can tell you that much. It really stinks. Ooh, he's about ready to break it there. That looked a little dangerous from Ben there. He was putting that arm behind the head, and you don't like to see that. That bends the arm the wrong way. Really a painful move to be in as he continues to control the top position. He's got that leg splayed out, and Dan's really got to start to work to get that leg out. He's not going to be able to build a base or escape from that position. It's just in there so deep. He's not going to be able to build a base and mount a comeback here in the first period. But Dan is putting up one heck of a fight here. He's not going to the back. He's not giving him the easy half Nelson that he's working for there, as he's got the double leg hooks in there. That's a dangerous position to be in, but also Ben's kind of top heavy here. He's not in a good position. You can't really get him to the back when you're mounted on his back. So there's not a whole lot there, as he's still got the leg hook in deep. He's working for a cradle. No, he's not. I'm not sure what he's going for, if this is a splitter or what, but he's going to run out of time regardless, so hopefully Dan could just hold on here for the last bit. I don't know if in this position if you'd want to choose down. Let's see what I think you would choose. Defer. Coach wants him to go down. That's a call. I mean, coach called it, but that's tough because you saw him leg ride that entire first period, really. He couldn't work anything out of that. Let's see if he can change the tide here in the second period. He can't give up that leg ride, though. And it goes in right away. Other side this time, left instead of right. And it's just going to be hard to build a base from that position. He's got the leg in there. He is mounted on his back and hold the leg down. There you go. Hold that leg. You got him in a good position. He's not going to be able to do much from that back. Don't reach back. You don't want to do that. That's going to end up pulling you in. And Dan's going to get something here. He's got to keep working. He's going to have to flip and get that leg out. He just, from there, you can't really do much with that. I'm not sure what Ben is attempting to do. He's going to try to shift that weight back, but Dan, you got to get that leg out here. If he got the leg out, he'd be in a great spot, but he just can't. But Ben's head is so deep in there, he can't breathe either. You know he's going to be getting gas. Oh, Dan is so close there, but the leg, there he goes. He's got the leg switched, and now he gets the 2 points in reverse. That was, wow, I got to give Dan credit. I didn't think he was going to be able to pull that off. That was a tough spot, and Ben had that leg right in there deep, but nonetheless, he's able to reverse the tide here, and now he's got the leg right in, and he's going to give him some of his own medicine. He had that head in there deep, though, when he was on the ground. Dan, you don't want to be doing that. You gave up the leg. You got to get on top. Your hip's on the ground. You don't want to see the hip on the ground. He's got to reposition his balance and weight here. He's hanging heavy off the edge. He's got to do something to get off the hip. You can't really do much there. And that shoulder is pinned back so far. Painful position to be in for Ben on the bottom there. And Dan's continuing to work him. He's trying to get a half. He went off the edge there. And now we're going back to the center. Imagine short time here. That's the only thing that really stinks about our position here in the booth tonight, is that we can't see the scoreboard from this end. And, yeah, there we go. The period's going to come to a close here. Dan's just probably going to hold on, try to keep him from escaping. And I think Dan's got a good shot here in the third. Looks like Ben, I mean, he's not showing it, but he's behaving a little bit gassed here late in that second period. He wasn't really fighting back. So hopefully he can make something happen here and we can come out here with a win. It'd be great to see that for the team. And right now I think it's a 6-10 team score. And that, you know, this match could really, he's going to cut him. He's going to work him from here because he had that opportunity. He's gassed. He's heavy on those legs. He's not able to respond as fast. And Dan is reaching for that back leg. And again, we mentioned that Dan Van Acker and Derek Cardinal swapped weight classes. So Dan's getting an opportunity here against the 132 Ben Colagiovanni. He gets 2 points. There he goes. He's got that leg way out there to the side. That was almost a dangerous call. He's got the legs split far. He's going over. He's got the leg in there deep. Oh! He's got to keep that leg hooked. He can't give that leg up there. Keep the head on top. Keep the head in the hole. He's not going to be able to breathe down there. He's going to keep getting more and more tired as this period goes on. And he's going to be able to work him over in the late stages of this match. As, yeah, Dan's really just working him hard from that top position. And Ben's not really doing much to fight back right now. You got to imagine there's going to be a stalling call here because he's just kind of sitting. He's just sitting duck. He's not fighting back. Dan's trying to go from a half Nelson turn when he's got the full built base. It's going to be tough to turn him there. It's not much of a chance. It's just tough to get a man to turn when his legs are underneath him. You need him flat on his stomach. And Dan's got to work to that position as he's trying to do the spiral ride. As Ben is building up his base up to his feet now. Trying to bust him back down, Dan. You got to get him down here. You don't want to see the escape coming down here. The third period's going to end here soon. He's just got to keep holding on. Period's closing here. Can't see what the score is. I think it's 9-8. Able to hold on. I believe that was a 1-point victory there. 2-point near victory. It wouldn't have mattered, I guess, not regardless. Dan Van Acker with the win there. That was a big win. It looked like he was in trouble early. Able to come out of there with a big victory. As now we've got Derek Cardinal taking on Javon Tushak. So we've got number 1 versus number 4 here locked up at 132 here tonight. Now I see why they did the swap. And Derek Cardinal is going to go to work on him early. We got a 2-point takedown early for Derek on Javon. He's calling for the stand-up. He just wants to work his offense. You know, he's got a really good double leg takedown as you saw there in the early going, and he's going to keep going back to that. They're both really low down in their stance. They're not going to give you an easy shot either way. And Derek's going to work on that head pull. You got to keep your elbows at a distance. You don't want to get tied up there. There's not much room to work. As now, Derek's going to pull him in there. See if he can't work the position and just, ooh. Javon gets a shot in, but Derek's able to work his head out of the hole. And now all about positioning there as they go off the mat. 2-0 here. No, 2-1, sorry, because Derek let Javon up to his feet. Called for the standing. 2-1 here in the early going of the first period. Really even offense. I mean, they've both gotten a shot in, and Derek's obviously went the way of his that he wanted, and Javon ended up going out of bounds there. Could have had a point or a takedown, but he was not able to capitalize on that positioning. As we continue to work here into the first period, you see, I mean, a lot of standing, a lot of movement. They're not going to give an inch of offensive just easiness either way. They're going to make each other work for every shot they're going to get here. As there you see a good shot defense from Derek. He was able to put the arm out and block his arms from getting into his legs. Oh, Derek's going for the shot there himself. And yet again, I mean, ring awareness, match positioning right on the edge of the mat there and not able to get into the shot without going out of bounds. Hopefully we can get back towards the center and Derek can keep moving in an offensive position and just keep going at him like this. He's really working hard here. And remember, they're actually both juniors, so they're both young in their careers still. They got a whole another year to go in this thing. So plenty of time for both of them to develop. As you remember, Derek's committed to South Dakota State as a wrestler. And there it goes. End of the period, no points. 2-1. Derek's going for the top position because Javon Tversk, I believe is how you pronounce it. Nope, just kidding, I lied. Derek chooses down. He wants to be able to escape here. See if he can't just get a quick pull, escape, get out from that position, and go back and work on his offense. He's sucking him back there. He almost got him out, but you got to give it up sometimes. You don't want to put yourself in a bad position. As now Derek's back on the attack. It looks like he's going to be going for his patented double leg takedown. He's working on arm bar, or the baseball bat double arm. Javon's flying around, calling a stalling call on Javon there. He continues to backpedal, and you don't want to see that. Eventually that's going to give up your team a point there in the match, or in the in the match. And you don't want to see that. As Derek's keeping his head down, he's going to keep his hips down and not allow him to build up a base. Not able to fight to a good shot from there. I mean, he's got the arms in, but eventually your arms are going to get tired and you're not going to be able to keep fighting that. He's really got a good grip on that, so Derek's not able to circle yet. He's going to try to break the grip and get his foot out as he's working it. He's barely got a handle on his foot. Oh, almost, but Derek able to just keep on the offensive attack and never gave him a chance. Oh, Derek's so close there, getting the 2 points. Get behind him there. He keeps the leg in. He gave him the 2 there. Had to fight that the whole time, not able to get in as easily as you'd hope. But nonetheless, he's got the 2. I believe that makes it 4-1 here. And he keeps working his offense with the leg, and he lets the leg out. Now he's going to try to get that arm out. I think he's going to work for arm bar or something here, but sitting back for the time being and going to see what Javon tries to do, see if he can't go for an escape. He's trying to suck that arm back in from the top position here. He's tried for the crossface, popped him one good. Still in technically on this edge. He's got 2 pressure points inbounds. So it looks like the second period is going to come to a close pretty quick here. And there they go. Third period now. Derek throws an inanimate object off of his body. 5-1 here in the third period now for Derek Cardinal in the lead. So hopefully he can hold on to that lead and keep his first place state ranking. And that'll send Javon I'm not even sure how you pronounce that name. Javon is what we'll call him. Send him down the rankings a bit. I mean, it's a tough loss to take, but that's the number 1 ranked kid in the state for a reason. He's talented. He's ranked nationally. He's going to South Dakota State. He is an excellent specimen. He's not going to give up an easy takedown ever. As you saw there, he fought the entire time to get his own takedown. Not giving up an inch either way. And just always on the attack, always fighting, and that's just Derek's personality. He's not going to give up. I think he's going to cut him there. He's going to work him to his feet. There we go. The escape. Now it's 5-2. Keep working here as he tries the takedown. Not going to be able to get a good shot in there, as he's going to really have to fight to get back into a good position and not give up 2 points here. As he's still, he's got that leg behind the head here, really high up and behind. A little bit dangerous in my opinion, but nonetheless, he's fighting for it. They're calling it stalemate there with 5-2. I don't know how much time is left in the period. Nonetheless, my man Brad has finally arrived from the airport. He's going to join me on the broadcast now. In the middle of our featured match here tonight, the first-ranked Derek Cardinal versus fourth-ranked Javon I don't even know how to say it.
Teshek, I believe. And this is an interesting matchup here because they actually bumped Javon up as well. And looks like they're probably bumping up Breed Valentine, who's number 1 at 132 for Stillwater. I was kind of hoping. I was listening to you on the way, so I heard you drop me. Drop me under the school bus a little bit. No, I'm just joking.
Just had to let them know, what was going on,
Right, yeah. And it was somewhere warm. I flew in from sunny Florida.
Lucky guy.
So.
Love to hear that.
But, yeah, I was hoping to see, Derek wrestle Reed Valentine tonight, that being a number 1 at 130 or 126 and the number 1 at 132. That would have been a huge matchup tonight, but it doesn't look like it. And, looks like Derek picked the win.
He was able to walk out of there. He was working his offensive holds that whole match, really on the offensive that whole time.
And I don't know if you talked about it tonight, Dustin, but tonight is Cancer Awareness Night.
I did not hear about that,
no. It's to raise money for Tyler Raway's mom, who had just gotten over cancer and got a clean bill, and Coach Kuncher's wife, who's dealing with it right now. So you're going to see on the cameras, kind of on the bench, all the boys are wearing Be Strong shirts. So those are Be Strong for Kuncher and Raway, and trying to just build up this program and support, 2 women that have supported this program for many years.
Well, you got to love to see that team, just the care, not
Right.
The selfishness, just it's more than just a team. It's a family atmosphere here with the Forest Lake Rangers wrestling team.
Right, and we're going to get Cole Decker wrestling at 138, and he's going to be going against, let's see here, Owen Boulay. It looks like my assumption would be is that Reed Ballantyne is still out hurt.
He's been injured, you say?
Yeah, he was hurt. And so this is going to be a good match for Decker. This is a match that he can compete in. And, this will be a good win for us because one of the things that maybe people don't know is that whoever wins this duel wins the conference championship.
Yeah, because we're both, highly ranked in the state.
And we're both tied in the conference championship. So this is going to be a good win for Forest Lake if they can knock off a high-ranked team.
So far, we've been pretty competitive in this duel, which has been great to see from our team. Step up to the plate against this highly ranked opponent. And going into sections, they're definitely going to be facing some great teams there. They hope to have a bid in the state tournament as a team as well,
Owen doing a good job right there. Keep working on it. And Decker's going to get the stall warning there tonight.
We've seen a couple of those already tonight. This ref's been calling stalling pretty fast and pretty easy. So.
Yeah, this ref is actually one of the better officials that we'll see most of the time. He does a really good job making the wrestlers wrestle.
Doesn't give them a chance to kind of catch their breath.
Right. Cole Decker with an overthrow, getting back points here.
That looks like
he's going to get the pin, I think. We're waiting for the call. There it is. Huge win for Forest Lake's going to put us in the lead.
Look at that, guys.
Our producer giving me a little bit of a turn down because I'm getting excited. Been sitting in a plane for 3 hours.
You had to get excited about something there.
Forest Lake's now going to be up 22-13, I believe, or 12. But now we got Keeler Carlson.
That's the man I've been waiting to see.
Keeler, a previous Forest Lake wrestler, going up against Schwartz. This is going to be a good match here. Keeler is ranked for the ponies. Fun fact, I'm a Forest Lake or Stillwater pony graduate. I used to bleed the red and black. Now I bleed the maroon and gold.
That's a nice switch to see there, man.
Quick takedown by Keeler. Keeler's working on the cradle here. Schwartz doing a good job defending.
He had it in there pretty deep. He almost had a chance to get it, but, we were able to fight out of that, and hopefully we can build our base back up here and work out of this leg ride. I've noticed that a lot of out of this Stillwater team is leg ride is a big factor in their offense from the top position when they're on the ground.
Keeler lets Schwartz go. Schwartz gets one. Keeler back to the snap down there. Working behind. He's got control of the leg with his right arm. Just needs to hook it there to get two. And Schwartz doing a good job defending, but Carlson getting the two. Oh, he's got the cradle in. We'll see if he can rock it over.
Yeah, he's in an awkward position to have it. You can't really flip him from that position.
Right, Schwartz doing a good job defending, but doesn't last. Schwartz needs to start peeling those hands.
He's just worried about not getting pinned at the moment, but yeah, he's going to get the full three there. A tough position. He just can't flatten out. He's got to keep that back off. He's not even trying for the hands right now, man.
And I'm not sure how much time we have left. We'll wait to watch the youth wrestlers to see when they run out.
Yeah, that's the only way we've really known when the period is going to end is when we see those guys coming.
Schwartz with a great job defending there, not giving up the pin. Keeler still working hard on that leg ride.
Nothing there for us so far in this match. It's just been really closed off, not an offensive battle for us in this specific match. You said this is Kyle Schwartz for us tonight at 138?
Correct. Schwartz or Carlson looking at his coaching staff and looking at the clock to see how much time he has left, and that's the period.
Tough first period for us there as we find ourselves down 7-1 heading into the second. He's going to choose top. Keeler Carlson is here. He did have good success in that first period from that position, so I guess, why not keep going back to it? He's going back for the leg on the left side of his body there. Oh, he was able to peel it out and just almost get him to face him. He's working it. He's got that leg in there deep, but Keeler's playing some good defense.
They're ref's going to watch that knee on Carlson here to make sure that he's not put in any dangerous position here. Schwartz doing a good job holding on to it. He needs to actually get that leg on the other side of his head so he can swim by, but doesn't get it, but still working hard, trying to defend.
Oh, he gave it up. Not able to do anything with that, so back to square one. He's got to work his way up to his feet here, but not a whole lot going on. Keeler's really holding him down and keeping that weight on him. And that's going to wear a guy out pretty fast, having that weight on top of your chest like that, crushing you down into the ground.
Yeah, Keeler really leg riding there.
He's got him fully flattened
Schwartz
out now.
needs to crawl forward. He doesn't. Keeler's got that half and pretty dang tight, but Schwartz doing a great job defending. If we can keep these bonus points off the scoreboard, that'd be huge right now.
Yep. I'm surprised that Keeler's not going for the cross face from the left there with that leg in so deep.
And he lets the leg go.
It was a stalemate the ref called there to start him back over. Now we got to see Kyle Schwartz build up a base here, man, and get to his feet. He's got to work something. Oh, man. There he goes. But he's got the leg in again, man. He's just got to get those legs free and up to your feet if you're going to have a chance to really get out of this down position. I got to imagine Kyle's pretty gassed at this point. He's been having that weight on him almost the entire match.
Yeah, he's doing a good job defending here as he's working his way back up. He just needs to turn into Carlson there, but Carlson does a good job defending. And this can be short time here as Cully Christensen, one of our youth wrestlers, going out to tap the ref and counting down.
Is that Caden's Christensen's brother?
That is.
Gotta love to see that family atmosphere on this team, man.
It's our choice here. We're going to go down.
Man, coach just wants to see him beat this.
And Keeler's gonna go neutral right away, giving Schwartz one. Keeler's looking for that major default or major decision here, that pin. Schwartz has got to get that elbow down right now. Back up, and he's got to get that elbow down hard right here. He's got to get it down. Good job, good job.
Oh, he was worried about the headgear when he should have been worrying about the match.
Yeah, he definitely was there a bit. And
he had a chance on Keeler right there. He put himself in a bad position and was flat on his chest. It almost looked like the look on Keeler's face was stunned that he didn't even make a move at him.
Schwartz sprawling hard.
He's got those hips in a good position there.
Yeah, Carlson looking for the stalemate here. If Schwartz works around, he wouldn't get the stalemate, but
he was just sitting out front. I do like this ref's calling of the stalemates a lot faster than normal. It's nice to see instead of letting them just ride it out like that and waste time. Back to the floor there. That would make it, I believe, 11-3. So that would give them the major if he can't get the escape here.
We just got to not get the bonus point up. Keep the bonus points off here, or at least only give him one with the major.
If he can find a way to escape and get to his feet, he'd at least help us get that 1 point off the match. But we'll see if he can find a way to get out. He hasn't really had success at all yet in this match to get out from underneath this leg riding offense of Keeler Carlson. Man, that's tough. If he can drop that hip to the ground, not a chance now.
He's got to watch that cradle right here. Oh, good job defending.
Able to break those hands before he went.
All he's got to do is get one. He's got leg hooked. All he's got to do is hip into Keeler now, but Keeler's doing a good job keeping him flat and spiral riding.
It looks like, he's just going to run out of time and not quite have the chance to.
And, even though that's not a win for Schwartz, that's a win for our team, right? Only giving up one bonus point. That's a lot better than giving up a pin.
Yep.
Mason Aragoni coming up next. He's going to have a hard time. He's going to be wrestling Trey Cruz. Trey is, I believe, ranked state as well.
And is Royce Hogue probably the older brother of Matt Hogue? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Matt Hogue, I believe, was ranked 4th in the state at that 126 spot, so I'm wondering if he's the more talented brother in that set there. As Mason Aragoni got the leg in there, he's got a leg in on a shot, but not able to really work anything there.
Yeah, Mason doing a good job defending and just working and being scrappy here.
Can't give up an easy shot. You might not be the most talented wrestler out on the mat, but you don't want to give up anything easy ever. And
we're going to see, at 160, Stillwater's got 2 ranked wrestlers actually at 160.
Really?
They have Ryder Rogowski and Hunter Leiden, so we're going to probably see one of them bump up to 170 tonight, depending on where the team score is.
There's some blood time.
Yeah, we got some blood time for Stillwater.
You said you think who is going to bump up to 160 at that weight class?
Either Rogowski or Leiden will probably end up bumping up to 170. But they, Stillwater from 145 up is very strong for those 4 weights. When they get to 195, he's still a really strong young kid, and that's what's really made Stillwater so successful. But they have a lot of guys that are on injury right now, and that's part of some of the issue today.
I noticed that I don't think Bemidji has arrived yet still.
I saw a coach bus out there when I got here, so I'm wondering if they're just sitting in the bus relaxing.
Yep.
Versus coming in here and, or they could be in our wrestling room warming up too.
They could be, yeah. I was wondering if, because, we got that email that they might not be able to pull that match off at the end of the night, which would be disappointing. I'd love to see Forest Lake versus Bemidji at the end, but.
Yeah, and I don't know if that bus is theirs. I hope it is. I think I see some guys in blue over there across the way, but, never know.
It looks like
Mason's got to continue to work. He's got Trey Cruz has got an arm bar in, and he's got wrist control. He's looking at walking it over, and that is tight.
Deep.
Mason's got to do a good job defending here, and he is doing a pretty good job there. He's got to bridge hard.
He's not.
Oh, they're going to give the pin.
Man.
And that's not a pin we wanted to give up there. Putting the score closer. That'll be 6 more points for Stillwater.
15-22 heading into 152, right?
Yeah, and we're going to get Tyler Rahway against
160.
Tyler Rahway against Hunter Leiden. Hunter Leiden is a 10th grader, and he is, I believe, also a ranked wrestler, like I said earlier. So this is going to be a really good match between the two.
2 of the more talented wrestlers in the state fighting out or matching up here in a conference duel. That's nice to see. What you know what section Stillwater is in then?
They're in section 2.
So
they go to we do not see them at the section tournament. They're in the same division, like they're in 3A with us, but they're in 2, I believe.
Yeah. I believe that we have Anoka.
Yep,
right?
and Anoka's down this year. St. Francis is in there as well, and they're pretty tough this year.
They're wrestling pretty well over there.
Rahway does a good job reversing. Got control of the leg.
Oh,
ref's calling clasping on Stillwater. We're going to get 2 and then 1. So we're going to get 2 and then we're going to get 1 for Stillwater, putting Rahway up.
Wow.
Finally, we get one of our,
events.
We haven't seen him on the bench a lot lately, but Sean Russell, one of our new coaches here at Forest Lake, wrestled at the U, is trying to make the Olympic team.
Oh, wow.
He's also, from what I've heard, committed to the Freestyle Greco season to coach as well for our youth and high school program here, and that's going to be a great asset for us to continue to have, a guy like Sean Russell in the room, a guy like, Andy Hackelmuller in the room, and Kevin Kuncher, all these guys that have really good college experience that continue to help grow this program. And when we talk about growing the program, it's growing the programming organically, right? We're growing the program from within our youth program, which is huge.
That's where it all starts, really. If you don't have a good
Right.
youth program, how are they going to suddenly get better when they get middle school, high school level? It's
Right.
kind of hard to do that. And, your points to the great coaching staff. I mean, so it looks a lot different than it did even 3 years ago when I was on the team. They had the Kobo brothers coaching. Luke Munkelwitz was there. Bob Detmer would come in from time to time, and I mean, a whole new group of guys in there, and they've really put it all together, and they really have a strong team this year, and just as they did last year. I mean, love to see the turnaround, even if in just a few years like that.
Yeah, Forest Lake definitely has a strong coaching staff. Rahway doing a good job staying on top of Leiden, dropping him down there, spiraling deep on that left leg, working to bring him down to not give up that one, but cuts him loose and gives up the one.
Just got to keep working his offense now.
Leiden, a pretty strong wrestler overall in strength and in skill, snaps down and gets 2 on Rahway.
He just kind of collapsed on it there. Didn't really even have a fight back to that. Looks like Leiden, back to the leg ride, the staple of the pony offense from the top position. He's trying to work a half Nelson on the opposite side, though. Or was he not anymore?
Now we're going to get stalemate.
Stalemate there. Not a whole lot of action, yeah.
Rahway's going to go back down. He's down by 2, I believe. We can't really see the scoreboard real well from our angle tonight.
Periodic updates on the scores. I just got to take a walk. 5-3.
Rahway doing good, getting up.
Stillwater 5-3 here.
Leiden staying with him. No change of control.
Man, you got to fight right there. You can't just give it up. But I mean, he was Leiden able to capitalize on that position rather fast and not give him an inch to breathe. Back down to the ground. End of the period there. Now we're headed into the third. And Tyler Rahway wants to go back down on the ground. Hopefully he can get that quick escape and then find a way. He's gonna cut him. I believe that makes it 5-4 Stillwater.
Kind of knew that was coming. Leiden likes to work from his feet. He's very strong at his feet.
With
and
he's
very strong at the snap down. Which realistically, that's snap down is 75% of how 2 points is scored in the NCAA tournament. So it's a strong, and he's a strong kid. But Rahway getting flipped.
On the edge, but the feet are in, so the back points are going to count there.
And that is not what we want to do.
Don't like to see that from the Stillwater wrestler. He kind of just taunted him as he walked away. A little bit of cockiness from his end of that, but
yeah, they should lose a team point there, but they probably not gonna. It looks like our head coach is gonna talk to him about it. We really need Wyatt to step up here. He's gonna be going against Ryder Rogowski, who's a move-in from East Ridge.
Oh, wow.
Solid wrestler, young. I believe he's a 9th grader.
Jesus.
Ryder quick. Ryder's going to be really heavy on that head as well. Wyatt's got to keep that head up and do a really good job at moving around. And this is where I was talking about earlier, where Stillwater in these 4 weights right here are just very strong.
Ooh.
Potentially dangerous. I'm not sure why
that wasn't really.
I think it's because of how he had the face or chin.
He kind of just had it around the back of his neck, but I mean, it's a ref's call, and it's over now. You can't really look back. Yep, back to the snap down. That's a lot of his offense. He's kind of just almost aimlessly chopping at the head. Oh, he tried to toss it there.
Wyatt doing a good job hooking that leg so he couldn't get turned.
2. Yep, 2 there.
Rogowski's got a lock in there. Now he's moved to the back, slipping the leg in. Wyatt's got to get up here and get some points. Rogowski looking for a spladle, but loses it quickly, and then goes to a power half, and they're off the mat.
I'm noticing also a little bit that Stillwater tends to put their hip down on the ground. Not a great position to be in my opinion.
Well, Stillwater wrestles very tough on that bottom position. They leg ride. They're very strong in that position, and that's what makes them so dominant. But Forest Lake has a lot of things that they do extremely well too, and that's why they're ranked number 4 in the state. And you're going to see that as we continue here through the upper weights.
As we see here, another blood time. I think that's the third one we've seen so far just in this one duel. JV gets a win over there. Very nice to see. That was Jordan Silvera, one of my friends actually, down there getting a win. Very hyped about that. Forest Lake Varsity back to action now. As Wyatt is building the base and going to get full turned and thrown up in the air like that. And now Rogowski is working back on the leg rag.
Yeah, Wyatt did a good job rolling through that. Rogowski staying heavy on that leg, looking for a Turk or power half.
Really had that forearm good in the back of Wyatt's neck there. That could really be a painful move with that forearm there.
Working on a seatbelt turn, and he has it. No back points, though.
Wyatt's really working well on not giving up any back points here in this match. Now it looks like he's going to, go back to the half, but he's on the wrong side. You're not going to have good ability to turn him from there. But now he's trying to rip it back. Almost had it. Wyatt had a chance if he could have gotten those arms in the right position there.
Short time as Forest Lake Youth Wrestler Dayton Dale comes out. And Wyatt doing a great job not giving up back points. Get some count right there, though. Nothing, only 2, so he's only going to get 2 back points.
That would now make it, I believe, just 2-0 at the end of the... No, it's got to be 4-0 at the end of the first. And they're both going to be starting from the standing position. Not sure, did Forest Lake or Stillwater make that call there?
Forest Lake went neutral.
I see, okay.
Which is a good call with Wyatt. That's where he's going to be able to be the best. He's just got to keep Rogowski off of his head and away from the throws that he likes to throw here.
Oh, rolls him through there.
He's going to get a 2 count, it looks like. Now he's looking for the butcher.
That makes it 8-0 now, so they're going to have the major if Wyatt's not able to get any points here moving forward.
Wyatt doing a good job looking where that leg is.
He's working for it here. He's got something going. There he goes. Able to get that takedown.
Good reversal by Wyatt Nelson there. And now he's got some time to work on Rogowski here. This will be a big win for him if he can do something. Rogowski's a strong wrestler.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Rogowski just got gassed. It kind of looked like he hit that mat and is looking a little fumed out now. Not really having as much action going his way now.
Rogowski's going to look for the Peterson roll here. Wyatt's gotta watch that. That is a Rogowski special. They do a very good job at the Peterson roll.
It's almost out the back here, and yeah, there he goes. Back to 8-point lead for Rogowski here in the match. He's got that foot, but he's not able to really do anything with it.
Not really getting past 90% or 90 degrees there. Now he's getting it. He's got 2. He'll continue the count because he's in the same move.
Oh, he's close. There goes the
short time here. Good job by Wyatt Nelson to roll through.
Rogowski is looking a little tired here. This might be Wyatt's period here to really turn it on and make something happen for him.
And it looks like they might pick up. Rogowski is definitely a little tired here. Wyatt's looking not as tired, so this will be a good match. Rogowski's going to take bottom.
He's really just got to put that weight on him and wear him out. He's getting to that breaking point where you got to decide what's most important to you, and giving up or fighting through. And if Wyatt can just keep that weight on him, you think he's going to probably end up having to give up in this match.
Wyatt's got to stay heavy on the hips here against Ryder and start working for something here. Ryder's looking again for the Peterson. That's, he's going to try to get that leg hooked.
He's got the arm. He might have a chance to chicken wing it.
Ryder doing a good job defending. And gets his arm free.
Just lost it there.
Wyatt has the butcher, but kind of not going that route. Now he's getting too far forward. He's just got to throw a half Nelson in there when Rogowski does that. But he's got to do something. We got to get points here.
Yeah, it's 12-2, so it's a 10-point lead. We can't have that going into the end of the period. And Rogowski really hasn't.
There's that Peterson roll right there.
There he goes, right as I say that.
And that's kind of how the Rogowskis, they've just really done a good job at mastering that roll. But Wyatt getting through.
Oh! If he could have grabbed a leg, he might have had a shot, but didn't have it. That would make it 14-2. So we got to really have something happen fast here.
We need Wyatt to either, do some offense here and get a reversal, or we can't give up the tech. That's for sure.
The team score is tied 22-22 right now, as we'll be heading into 182 with Jake Scherr lacing up for the Rangers.
This could really come down to the heavyweights, right? And and for Forest Lake, we have Weiss who's not doing so hot on the season, but at the same time, Forest Lake's Stillwater's heavyweight is pretty new too as well. So it could be a really good match between the two if it comes down to heavyweight. But team score tied. Now it's going to be 24-20. Is that kind of where we're sitting at? 24-20 Stillwater?
I think that with the major decision there, it would be 20 because it was tied, so it'd be 26-22. And I mean, you also can't count out that we got Logan Rowe and Pedro Castillo coming up after Jake Scherr here. Those are two of our stronger wrestlers on the team, and you gotta believe that we're gonna get a pin out of one of them in this match.
And Logan's gonna pull Roman Rogowski, the other Rogowski brother. That's gonna be a tough match for him.
As long as we get the win there, that's a big deal for us. We can't afford many more losses going against us here, coming down the last 4 weight classes.
This is a match that Scherr can do pretty well in. Looks like this is Jawan Cockfield. He's a 9th grader.
Young guy.
Well, actually, what weight are we at here?
182.
Scherr's 182. So they bumped Rogowski up. So this is probably Anthony Tuttle, I believe, actually, who's a 10th grader.
That's the thing about Jake Scherr. I mean, he's just short and stocky. It's really hard to get in on those legs, and if you do, he's got a great ability to sprawl right on top of you with all that lower body weight. It's almost like a statue standing there.
Yeah, this is a must-win for Forest Lake here.
Got to get any sort of team points, to just keep us in this thing. 4 points down as a team right now. Really, this is when it starts to get to nut-cutting time, when you got those last 4 weight classes and there's some ranked opponents facing off. It's really tough to have that, especially with our heavyweight, as you said. It was new to the game, but at least Stillwater's is also, it sounds like, pretty new to the game. There's a single leg, double leg switch to takedown.
Stillwater with the takedown there now.
Jake's got to work something.
Stillwater riding vertical on Scherr. He's going to have to start moving to the left or right here.
Yeah, it's an odd position to see there. He didn't really.
Scherr does a good job getting back up to his base.
He's got a knee slide up here. He's got a good chance to get out if he can. Or at least do something. He's trying to do the leg ride or spiral roll ride there. Looks like the period's going to end before Jake has a chance to get out of this. With the end of the period ending 2-0 there. Let's see what Jake's going to pick. Defer. So that means that Anthony Tuttle chooses down there. Looks like Jake went pretty high up on him there and got his hands pretty tight around him there a little bit too much. Ref calls a caution. 4th caution so far in this team match.
Scherr's got to return Stillwater, and he's going to get a stall because he's not doing anything, so he needs to push him away.
Just cuts him there. Now he's got to start advancing. He's probably going to get another stalling call. Jake, you can't get too heavy on your legs there. He tried to go for a headlock. Not able to get that. I believe that's going to make it 5-0 in favor of Stillwater in the match here. I gotta see Jake. He hasn't really taken many shots here in this so far, and he doesn't do anything. He's not gonna have a chance to really score. But we need that from him here. So it looks like JV's just wrapping up their match over there. So now they'll shift their focus to varsity. This match has gone pretty long. It's already 6:10, and it's Stillwater and Bemidji were still supposed to start at 5:30, so I don't know if we're going to get that second match.
No, they're supposed to start at 6:30.
6:30. That would make more sense because the other match started at 5.
Sure's got to stay tough in there.
He's got to keep working.
That's a second stall call on Sure.
One more, that's going to cost us a point.
It already did.
It already did. Jake, you got to do something here. You got to work something. He's getting tired and he's getting heavy on those feet. You just got to kind of fight it out here. 8-2 here in the period now. Got to just work something here. Sure. We're going to get hit with another stalling call eventually.
Sure's got to work this tie up here and do something. Otherwise, that's going to happen.
He's able to fight it out though and not give up the takedown. Able to fight out to his face and flatten him out there. Jake's going down here. Hopefully he can just shoot right out of this thing and get a point for an escape. But
Tuttle with a spiral ride here. Sure's getting back up to his base. He's got to really work that. He's got to clear that hand.
Just going to cut him.
Tuttle's going to cut him.
Feels like Jake's offensive style is almost reminding me of a heavyweight duel here. Heavyweight battle. He's just not really going for the shots. It's more working the head stuff than anything. Uh-oh, he's got that leg away, and there he's going to get the 2 for the takedown there. That's, I believe, 10-3 now. He's going to cut him again. He can't give up a takedown here. Back to the center now, and
yeah, Tuttle's got to get another takedown here, so we have to really do a good job defending. And that was a quick ankle snatch by Tuttle. Sure's got to know when to squeeze those thighs. And he's going to stack himself.
Oh! That was so close to bad, but he was able to at least roll out to the stomach there. So it looks like he's working the crossface with the leg in. And they're calling stalling for Jake there.
He's got to throw it. He's just got to do something.
Makes it now, we got 12-4, so that is the major at the moment at least. Jake can just find a way to get that last ditch effort here, get to his base, out, and up to his feet. They'll save us a team point in this. It's a close match right now, 26-22. And I mean, we're headed down the back stretch with the last 3 matches, so we got to have some stuff go our way here, close out the night if we're going to have a chance to win this duel. Oh, no. There we go. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. Hey! Hey! Jake just saved the team a point there with that last second effort. Saved the team a team point there.
That's really big with going with 3 weights left here.
I believe, yeah, that makes it 22-29. 7-point deficit.
I think this is we're gonna possibly see a little bit of a switch up here at the next weight. I don't know if they're gonna have. We'll see if they have Pedro go 220 or if they have him bump up to heavyweight.
Who would they have swap in at 220 then?
They have a young man, I believe, by the name of. It'd probably be a 182-pounder that gets moved up. But we'll see what they do.
What you really don't want to happen, because I believe you said that their 195er is, or 195er is ranked, or 220 is ranked, correct, against Pedro?
No, Roman's ranked, who's out here right now.
Okay. So then that doesn't affect what I was trying to say.
And Rowe doing a good job defending, almost gets some points.
Now, yep, they're going back to the leg right, it looks like. Nope, you faked me out there for a second. Logan's trying to get those hands out.
Logan's got to keep that foot of Rogowski. He loses it.
That hip is down again. I just feel like there's not a whole lot of power when you put your hip on the mat like that. He's wrenching that arm.
We cannot give up a pin here, so Logan's got to stay tight. He cannot give up that shoulder roll.
Oh, really wrenching it. That half is there, deep. Logan's going to fight and just not give that up easy at all. You can't.
Logan cannot give up the pin here. If we give up the pin, there's no way for Forest Lake to come back.
Wow.
And that
happened so fast.
I think that's going to seal the deal for Stillwater to win the conference championship.
That makes it a 13-point match.
Yeah. The only way Forest Lake can get back in here is if Stillwater loses a team point.
Somehow.
You hear him right now. You can hear Coach Keller down here saying, do not lose a team point, because then it goes down to whoever possibly scored first.
Whole bunch of tiebreakers.
Which
what is...
And this 220-pounder is somebody that
he's got a tattoo.
Pedro's ranked number 4. Logan Warren's not real tough here. You know, Pedro's going to go out here and wrestle strong against him.
It always just looks like Pedro's so relaxed on the mat whenever I watch him wrestle. He's just cool, calm, and collected every time. Just not too worried about, he's always worried about staying in a good position there. Oh. Loses the headgear, tosses it. What are you doing, Pedro?
I think it might have broke.
Yeah, I think that he's going to need to find a replacement headgear. There's a teammate helping him out real fast. Another headgear thrown to him. Got to kind of adjust it on the spot. I wouldn't imagine that they fit very well, not being his, but he's on and ready to go. Yep, yeah. It is a 13-point match, so yeah, there's the only way that we can really come back.
Wonder what the ref is discussing with our table.
I did see Kuncher go over there earlier, and then I saw Stillwater ref go down there too, so not sure what that's about, but here we are again with the match resuming. Elbow pass, that looks like to be what Pedro's going to be working a lot here. It's really heavy on those. There he goes.
Pedro's got that bear hug and underhook, but loses it. Warren did a good job defending there. Warren's looking for that, possibly an arm throw.
Pedro is just driving into him there. Throwing him off the edge of the mat there. Now Pedro's got to go to work here. He's got a mat return, and there he goes. Now he's got to go to work from this top position.
So realistically, we need Pedro to get a pin. We need Weiss to get a pin, and we need Stillwater to lose a
Somehow
team point by
make
a
a mistake.
misconduct.
Somehow make a mistake. Back to what we referenced earlier with that little incident with the, cocky walk away. That would have been probably played out a whole lot different here if that point would have been taken away. But there we go. Pedro with another takedown. I believe that's now 4-1 in the match here.
4-2.
4-2 cuts him now, yep. And
Good
straight back into the
power
takedown.
double by Pedro. Getting back points. He needs to hook that arm shoulder. He's going to get the pin here more than likely because Warren is just sitting there.
There he goes. He would just look defeated there. All right. Now, yeah, we got to have Weiss get a pin. Travis Weiss has to get a pin here.
And I'm not sure if this is Rantilla or if this is Jawan Cockfield. But they got to check him in.
Now they're checking him in here.
So fans, if you're watching, we'll be taking about an hour and a half break and then live streaming the Bemidji match against Forest Lake, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, we're not going to be.
And Weiss goes
having
down
that on
quick
at all.
here. Heavyweight for Stillwater working that arm bar.
I feel like it's got to be so
Hard
hard for
cross
heavyweights
face.
to just do anything once they get taken down. You got another close to 285-pound man on top of you. There's no way you're getting up from that. Looks like, he's going to be wrenching on that butcher here.
Weiss doing a good job standing up, getting one. Stillwater's heavyweight has got some muscle on him.
Smacking around, yeah.
But Weiss holding his own here.
He was able
Travis, I apologize if I say your name wrong.
He was able to circle out of that there almost.
Weiss has got to circle and get that under hooks out.
He's got to get his head up. You don't want to have your head in like that. He could just snap you down.
Stillwater's heavyweight in really good position for a throw. He's looking like he's setting up a trip. He's got to get Travis standing up, but it didn't work. Travis doing a good job defending. And I believe Travis got his first pin or win of the season just a couple weeks ago or last week. I'm not 100% sure.
That didn't come at a forfeit. That was an actual victory there.
Yeah, he wrestled the kid really well, really strong.
That's what
Travis
you like to
doing
hear.
a good job trying to circle back in.
He's got to start to come on the offensive. Maybe he's got to slap him around a little bit on the head.
You know, one thing about heavyweights is that you traditionally don't get a heavyweight that's wrestled from like first grade all the way up to senior year.
Yep.
A lot of time it's a football player that wrestles here and there, or maybe somebody they just recruited for one time. So, we got a couple youth heavyweights coming up, which is good to see. We have a great wrestler as an 8th grader. It's his first year wrestling as an 8th grader, but looking really strong and doing very well this year. He just pinned a kid over at the JV match as well, and it's his first year of wrestling. So,
wow.
Seeing some of these heavyweights starting to build up in our program is something that's refreshing.
Yep.
Because every program has issues at the heavyweight, and filling that weight with guys that have wrestled for a long time.
Yeah, back to what you were saying about not traditionally being a lifelong wrestler coming in from football. That was the case with when I was a sophomore, I believe. Pat Castle, D1 athlete from Wisconsin, came in and filled in that spot.
And that pin seals the deal for Stillwater, who are conference champions.
Dang.
Of the Suburban East.
We were in pretty good position in the early going. At one point it was 20-6, and then from there on out it just kind of went downhill for us there.
And Stillwater's heavyweight coach is Carl Canothe, who wrestled. And he's a big upper body guy, so you can tell he's been working with their heavyweight on a throw there. As you could hear him, I don't know if you heard him on our extra mic, but he yelled go, which was kind of the sign like, hey, it's set up, just throw it.
Just do it. Just send it. And now, Bemidji is in the building. They're warming up down on the other side, and they're probably going to get going here pretty quick. It is 6:20
So we're gonna sign off here. I don't know if LATV is gonna stay, live streaming or not, but either way, we'll be back up about 8 o'clock for Forest Lake and Bemidji, and definitely keep watching and come back to Lakes Area TV for the next match.
Yep. Signing off, guys. Thanks for tuning in with us.